What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Music That Matters.
Yo, go and ask Moody, I've been with the shits. Keep it 100, I'm doing it big. I'm about to run amok. I'm getting bigger cuts. I ain't no runner up. Every beat that I'm on is a number one. Only thing that it means is I'm number one. Game over, my nigga, the jig is up. Can't nobody fuck with the three of us.
Thank you so much for joining us. We got a very awesome episode for you today. A lot of awesome new music. Let's get into it. So first off, I wanna dive a little bit into what the Wu-Tang Clan has been doing. Out here making waves in the culture 30 years later, which is amazing. It's about to be the 30th anniversary of 36 Chambers, which is awesome. RZA said he is gonna be in NYC doing a residency, giving the world awesome music and performances. So that's really awesome, man. I hope I can make it for that somehow. That would be fantastic. But I won't. Okay. Yeah.
Damn, 30 years? Damn, they old as shit.
They are definitely old as shit, man. You know, they have the Wu-Tang Clan show. It's called Wutang, an American Saga. You know, you definitely gotta be a legend to have a whole show after you.
Real quick, who's your favorite Wu-Tang member?
Who's my favorite Wu-Tang member? It's gotta be ODB. I feel like that might be a lot of weirdos' favorite member like me. But if not ODB, probably RZA, man. The RZA, the Jizzle. Okay, alright.
It's the master of Riz before Riz was a thing.
RZA's awesome, man. Always dropping knowledge. I love just what he pushes, that to always increase your knowledge. The law of mathematics, dropping knowledge about the law of mathematics and martial arts and all this dope stuff. Really dope. I actually was listening to who was it? Oh yeah, it was Shaheem, who was he was like a young kid when he came into the hip-hop game, and he was kind of taken under the wing of the Wu-Tang Clan. Unfortunately, he got arrested and his career sidetracked. That's why a lot of people haven't heard of him. But he was talking about RZA. He said when he got out of jail, he just wanted to ask RZA how he kept the ship going. In his words, he said, you had so much power, being in the Wu-Tang and stuff, how did you not mess it up? He said, because I messed it up, so how did you keep all that going? And he said, RZA said, it's all about mathematics. He said it's a formula. It's like ingredients. You get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you have the ingredients. You just follow them.
After all the prison time that I did, when I came home, I was so excited to see RZA, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I had one question the whole time I was sitting in my cell. I was like, I want to ask one. I don't care about nothing else, no studio, nothing, no tours, no none of that. I got one question. And because I was young, I've seen it all with them, their growth and everything from nothing to everything. And I was like, how did you not crash?
Yeah.
How did you have all that power and you steered that machine and you didn't crash? See, I crashed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was too much power for me at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And what he told me was, I was already thinking it, but I wasn't sure. And he was like, it's measurements. And it comes back to math. I've been studying math my whole life, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, if you use the proper ingredients with the proper measurements of a thing, you would have those results, regardless of what. You want to be a businessman? What's the ingredients to be a businessman? How much of this you got to do to be a businessman? How much do you do that? And if you do that the right way, you will be a successful businessman.
That's what the RZA said. He said it's the law of mathematics. Just got to have the right ingredients and then follow through, to paraphrase what he said. Awesome man to have in hip-hop, to guide everybody, guide the youth and guide these upcoming artists. But yeah, the RZA, he was just in Sway in the morning for the Saga Continues contest. And now this coincides with the conclusion of the Wu-Tang Clan show, Wu-Tang, an American Saga. They wanted to do something special, so they had a contest, and there were over 10,000 entries for a chance to join the cypher at Sway in the morning. So yeah, from those 10,000 entries, they chose 12. 11 of them showed up and they murdered it, man. These are top grade MCs. They are all fire. I loved it a lot.
I'm the nicest this year, we got different prices. A-Rob on all continents, platforms, and devices. Million rappers are out there, I promise they're nothing like this. A sure bet as I type this, a corset is my tightness, a purebred shepherd in a room full of lap dogs who only act hard on their laptops. Have friends since the blacktop, did me like a phone that you trap off. Now they see me and cover up they face like a mascot.
Got big regrets, cause you crew embarrassed y'all's like the locks did the set. I'm elite from a fabric you can't compete with, and that's the exact reason why you pick on someone weaker to challenge. Won't believe in the damage, you'll take a peek and then vanish. 10 toes down, every day increasing my balance. I just lay back with shorty when there's nothing to do, bumping some tunes. Then I told her I got something for you. Do want some pop smoke? She said, yeah, I fuck with him too. Then she said, feed the cream, guess you wanna fuck with the woo.
Hazardous, put him down and raise him again like Lazarus. Dust yourself off and place your bets, I'm getting ravenous. The rapping is holding me over by just a fraction. Kid, the pharaoh queen, Nefertiti, known for the elaborateness. A bag of this, a bag of that, eating on these banana wraps. Get saddled back, imagine that, screaming like you a man attack.
To vote with the stress, I'm coming to flex. Homies, I'm delivering death. They probably think I'm 12 the way my foot on their necks. Who wanna contest? I'm waiting for a chance to express. Don't interrupt my sway this morning, I'm enjoying my reps.
Couple cups of coquito, cabano, the Venecano, Havana to Costa Rica, from Panama to Peru. My people in Puerto Rico, to all my Haitians in Haiti, no hating. This for my Creoles, to my Hawaiians, Ohana, the Stitch and Lilo. To my Belizeans, believe it, you probably see me sipping Tahitian, Noni and Fiji with Polynesians.
Yeah, man, shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. Ain't known the fuck with Wu-Tang Clan.
Shit, what is that?
Wu-Tang Clan. Alright.
Alright, move on, bro.
I will move on, but very importantly, what y'all here for? The brand new Wu-Tang Clan joint, man. The RZA debuted a brand new Wu-Tang joint, and it's so dope. He didn't give much detail about it, like when it was recorded or anything like that, but he said it's the soulful version of the Wu-Tang Clan, and it's a really, really deep, really heartfelt joint. You know, I loved it a lot, so I think it's really awesome. Yeah, we don't know when it was recorded, but he released it on Sway in the Morning, June 28th. Really dope joint. It's called Claudine. Features Method Man and Ghostface Killah from the Wu. So yeah, Claudine, Method Man, Ghostface Killah. Stream that shit.
I reflect on the scriptures and old pictures. Staring at my mama in the kitchen doing dishes. Despite how she was living, who am I to judge? But what I've learned, if your mama's alive, show her love.
Cool. So now on to some new tracks we got, man. We got hella tracks. Definitely not gonna talk about all of them because you're gonna have a lot of editing to do. We're just gonna talk about a few, but yeah, man, we're in the heat of the summer, so you know everybody's dropping some albums. So let's get into our favorites this week. First off, I wanna talk about the new Static Selecta song. It's called Ain't Too Much to It. It features Conway the Machine, Ab-Soul, and Bun B. I thought it was a fun song, and I just thought Ab-Soul specifically went off the freaking off charts with the dad jokes. You know, he pulled up with some dad jokes on steroids. So shout out to Ab-Soul. I thought he was throwing shots when he's like, "You're only 5'9", looking at Goliath or something." But then he like flipped it into a 5'9", like your work. It's crazy. I thought it was dope, man.
Falling and I'm on the wrong court. You David and Goliath's only 5'9". But you ain't bring your slingshot this time, so you don't want no problem at all, little guy. Nah, that's how the fuck you make a long story short. No need to read between the lines. Don't be a slave to a clock.
So that is the Static Selecta song, Ain't Too Much to It. Next up, Logic is still coming out with jams, you know. He didn't let that, it was a good day.
That shit of a song.
Yeah, he didn't let that stop him. He's still going.
Even after the Joe Budden hate.
Even after the Joe Budden hate, that's funny. Maybe because Ice Cube said it was cool, but he's still going.
That's Cat.
He did just drop with C. Castro. It's called Check Please. They mainly talk about like some rich nigga shit, and but you know who has been surprising me lately? Your girl Bia. Is that your girl? I don't know.
I wish she was.
Bia, man, she's got bars. You know, I've been listening to to some of the joints she's been dropping lately, and I thought they were really dope. She's got a new song called Raised Me, and I really liked some of the bars in there. I'm gonna be looking forward to all her new stuff. I might go back and check out some of her old stuff and see what's going on with that music. But she is definitely proving her skills as a rapper. Yeah. Alright, so on to some more new tracks. Future and Quavo just dropped a record. I'm sure it's gonna be pretty big just off their names. It's called Turn Your Click Up. I think it's exactly what you would imagine a Quavo and Future record would sound like.
All tune, no lyrics.
Yeah, no really big surprises there, but yeah. Turn Your Click Up. Up next, we got the new Dave East album. He just dropped Fortune Favors the Bold. It's got some features on there. Ghostface Killah, Corey LaRae, and it's got who's that third person? I don't know. It's got some features in there, man. Dave East, so.
Damn, that third person is called Stray.
Oh, I think Tyga. Yeah. Give a fuck about Tyga. So yeah, that's Dave East. Up next, the next new drop we got here is Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia just released some extra tracks off of their new album Scaring the Hoes. Got 4 new jams, so if you enjoyed that album, I think you'll definitely enjoy these 4 songs here for little extra pieces of deliciousnesses. Alright, and last but not least, Nas looks like he's about to drop something dope. He is still on the State of Mind tour with the Wu-Tang Clan. They just ripped through the US and they're in Europe. And yeah, he's dropping something new. Nobody really knows what it is yet, but he's teasing it on Instagram and stuff, so I'm excited for that. Alright, so that is it for our new track segment. Up next is the featured tracks. So let's ask the youth, you got any featured tracks today?
Oh boy, I got some featured tracks, my man. I got a lot to say, so I'm going to need the mic for this.
Alright, take it away.
Alright, let me get that. Every single time I get this mic, I feel compelled to just scream in it and just like fuck up the viewers. Well, to start this off, Lil TJ just dropped his very anticipated album 222, and it's very anticipated because this is his first album post incident last year where he ended up getting shot 7 times, and he said specifically this album is something that's very personal to him, so you can hear in the album and the soundtrack that there's a lot of personal songs. Detailing has come up. He actually had a song detailing the day where he did get shot, and it's very vivid. I really love it. So yeah, it's really good to see artists who they decide to be a little bit more vulnerable in their music and show a more raw side of themselves. So some of my favorite songs included Beat the Odds Part 2 with Polo G, and it's like a stripped down version of the original song, which I really like. Night Shift, I'm pretty sure it's the opening track. That's also one of my favorite songs. And yeah, so I got that. And now we have King Von's, what is this, third posthumous album, Grandson. It's the classic violent King Von, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but you have the storytelling elements, the very vivid imagery, the classic King Von. So yeah, some of my favorite songs included In the Hood with Lil Durk, we got Real Oppie with G Herbo, and Phil Jackson with Polo G. I just realized we've mentioned Polo G so many times, and it just keeps reminding me of the fact that he is yet to drop his new album, and it's pissing me off because he's been teasing this for like a year and a half. Like, Polo, where the fuck is that? Yeah, I hope he's dropping soon though, because I'm tired of singles, bro, and I'm tired of features. Like, come on. He also had a freestyle, bro, so hurry your ass up, bro. Stop being slow. Anyway, so King Combs, the son of Diddy, just dropped a new single with Fabulous, Jeremiah, and A Boogie with the Hoodie, and it's called Flyest in the City. It's a classic summer jam, and I can imagine it going up this summer. It's really vibey. I like it. It's a really nice song. So yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, the chick that was in the video was fine as hell, but we ain't even gonna get into that. I'm gonna give the mic up before I talk too much. Okay, yeah, so this nigga over here did not do the song last week any justice whatsoever. Smoke Break Dance with Mick Jenkins and JID. Yeah, we had commented on the song. We had said that it was a cool song, which it is, but after taking a deeper look into it, looking into the music video, and looking into the song a little bit more, I concluded that The song really details the reality of being a black man in America, specifically with all these pressures from the outside and from within. It's very hard to deal with these kind of issues as men, but as men, particularly in the black community, we're required almost to suppress these emotions and to not be openly vulnerable about it. And if we don't do a good job in suppressing these emotions, we have all these people from the outside looking in that are constantly encouraging us to do this. I came to that conclusion after watching the music video, and yeah, you could really see that this was highlighted in a lot of parts, specifically in the ending of the video when it had this message from an excerpt in a certain book. I don't know what it was, but I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere. So it was that. Then there was certain parts like JID putting a bag over his head and then having all these black kids just simply filming him as he was doing so, not necessarily helping him or willing to put their hand out. So it was very vivid, and I wanted to highlight that real quick because I feel like we wouldn't be doing the song any justice if we just kind of allowed this to fly. So
very obviously also, he says, keep rolling up, just suppress my emotions pretty much.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the song. That's literally the hook. That's literally the title. Yeah, no, I really like the song, and I feel like this is definitely a conversation that needs to be had a lot more. So shout out to Mick Jenkins and JID for really pushing the culture forward. And yeah.
I'm gonna just add a couple more featured tracks here. Just some things that I missed from like about a month ago, 2 months ago. First and foremost, shout out to vicmensa for coming on Sway in the Morning and dropping a 15-minute freestyle. Really dope freestyle, and he also had a dope interview as well, all about discipline and success. So I thought there was a lot of gems in there. So he came to the station with this man. His name is Kingmoosa. Now Kingmoosa, he's somebody, he was incarcerated when he was 14 years old and sentenced to 25 years in jail. Insane, very insane to charge a 14-year-old with. Close friend of vicmensa, and throughout the years vicmensa helped him get exposure on the Sway in the Morning show, and then finally got him free after serving maybe like 13 years from that sentence. So vicmensa, man, he's a great person. Like, you can't hate on this man. This man, does the best stuff. I think we talked about when he was camped outside in a camp to raise money for a homeless shelter. Yeah, so vicmensa, the monster, the activist, always talking about amazing issues, always talking about, issues that need to be talked about. He's always in the mix when it comes to doing the work. So keep it up, vicmensa, man, legend here. But yeah, anyway, so they get on Sway in the Morning and vicmensa spits a mystical freestyle. And then Kingmoosa also comes and spits a couple bars about his life, which is amazing. So check it out.
My aunt got a skin tumor from lighting and cream. She fighting them demons, I'm just writing my grievance. When a Hennessy XO in my belly can't help me, I just need to get away and write for the weekend. They rewrote history, put whiteness in Egypt, erased our ethnicities and stifled our freedoms. Willie lynching me made niggas hate niggas till infinity. That's even if you making 8 figures. A figure 8, I figure escape my wrist to Crystal Lake. I fell victim to addictions in my mental state. Stupid shit like diss and Drake, that was a big mistake. But when you raised in a cage, all you know is MMA. I diss Yachty, diss Act, diss Triple X. It was disrespect, it made the fans disinvest. I lost M's like a Dow Jones regression, but every L taught me an invaluable lesson. I'm back now with intention, help make Mousa a free man. He was a child in detention. Yes, gang in the field trying to drill like Yoshimitsu from Tekken. They spin around with a weapon. I found new success, I'm using my music checks to invest. Now I own my own businesses. I let my light shine and made green as photosynthesis. Keep going. Wait.
And then my other featured album, I guess, want to shout out the Belly album that, totally went under my radar somehow. But yeah, Belly's album came out around the end of May, called Mumble Rap 2, and I really thought it was dope. And he also went on Sway in the Morning and had a dope freestyle.
Never got AIDS, they told me be patient. Perform my own C-section, call it misdirection, I'm evasive. My mind F1 H1 speed racing. I talk to God, I'm just praying that the G's make it sick like H1, N1, I on my emblem. J walking with the K on me like a gremlin. L's I take, worth the M's I make. Money long like NIA. Started out with a O, flipping P's, had Q's for 11.5. Double R, S-class, money sitting 7.5. Let the bitches spill tea, cut you out, sever ties. V's in the motor court, bitches vendetta time. Take another W, we don't do the W. X-Files, I'ma probably mold it into something new. Take a breath, this is what I do. Belly at nest, I'm untouchable. Why now? Probably cause I feel like Yachty, I'm too wise on both sides. The real life Gotti, they get embodied by somebody that doesn't exist. And here's the last Z you ever sleep on me with, you bitch.
But yeah, Mumble Rap 2, I thought it was a great album. It didn't really get as much attention. But yeah, I feel like Belly never really gets attention like that, even though he makes awesome songs. I'm always kind of late to find his stuff, but I think he's a freaking hit maker. There's a song called Heroic Villains. I liked it. Yeah, some standout bars from Heroic Villains. He said they banned abortions because they trafficking babies. I'm like, whoa. He also said, sat down and wrote this in hell so it's cohesive. And I'm like, man, definitely got bars. Beats are there. He got a record with Rick Ross called Cocaine Spoon. Not my favorite Belly verses, but my favorite Rick Ross verse. You know, I'm not the biggest Rick Ross fan, but that was a good verse from Rick Ross, so yeah. On to the final segment, we got the news. First off, I have to mention the new exhibit at the Brooklyn Library. It's called The Book of Hove. Really dope, just opened up July 14th, so it's amazing, man. Jay-Z has a whole exhibit in that library. It's got original masters and, you know, pictures, never seen before pictures, memorabilia from like shows, different things throughout Jay-Z's life and career, even a recreation of Baseline Studios where Jay-Z used to record. So amazing that Jay-Z transcended being a rapper into, you know, not just a cultural icon, like a historical figure. Amazing, it's just amazing. The building is really dope. It's got Hove bars all throughout the front of the building, so it looks really cool. On to some more news. Just want to quickly mention, you guys probably heard of the writers strike in Hollywood, and now the actors just joined that writers strike, so we'll definitely see how that plays out and how it will affect like movies and shows like that. But what I'm wondering is, Drake said he's coming out with a new album called For All the Dogs, and if all the writers are on strike, so who's gonna write this album? Oh damn. Oh. Yeah.
Shit, no, legitimately, who is going to write it? Like, nah, that's the actual problem.
Next up on the news section, it looks like Air Jordan and Travis Scott are making another collab, which is really awesome.
New Cactus Jacks?
Maybe some new cactuses. But yeah, it definitely looks like it. There was a recent post through Air Jordan with Michael Jordan talking to Travis Scott, talking about, we're working on that new thing. You know, it either might be the album Utopia or, you know, maybe some new shoes. But yeah, he it's crazy that he's got Michael Jordan listening to hip hop, Michael Jordan freaking, you know, co-signing artists. That's kind of not really heard of. So yeah. It is definitely hyped, yeah. I like his rollout with all the billboards with the briefcase, saying like, where do you find Utopia? Is it in the bank? Is it in this building? Whatever. And you know, just cool. Everybody's carrying the case and there's pictures with all these people. So definitely hyping it up a lot. So it better be good, Travis. Yeah, but that album should be coming either the 21st or the 28th of July. So we got that album dropping. Post Malone also on the 28th is dropping his new album. It's called Austin. Same day most likely, so let's see how that will work out. But yeah, Post Malone had a new performance of his new song Overdrive. It seems like, yeah, the album's gonna be some deep, heartfelt music. I feel like just how he's so expressive in that performance and in most of his songs, he's really gonna try to put that on the album. That definitely seems like the vibe that he's going with. Next up, NBA Youngboy also made the news for being the youngest artist to get 8 platinum albums. Yeah, as somebody else put it, I'm not the biggest fan of NBA Youngboy, but I'm definitely a fan of seeing a black man win. So At least that's happening.
You stole that from the comments.
I definitely did. And then on to some other news. Lil Wayne opened up the ESPYs this year with a very fun performance of Emily. It was censored, because it was on TV, so he had to change up the lyrics, but it was really fun seeing him go out there, do his thing, have a lot of fun. So it looked great, man. So shout out to Lil Wayne, still doing it years later. Lastly, Lil Yachty did start a podcast with the Full Send podcast. So I guess that's where that Drake conversation was leading. But yeah, he did just start a podcast. He's sitting there smoking a hookah for some reason.
That hookah for your wife.
But yeah, that's what's been happening in the news. That's what's new in hip-hop this week. Let me know what you guys think of that new Claudine joint, man. It's really dope. Let me know what you guys think of these new jams. What's your favorite? What are you looking most forward to? You got anything that you want to suggest for us to cover? Let us know. That was our show, Music That Matters. Thank you again for joining us. Please hit us with a comment. We love to hear your feedback. And until next time, y'all.
It's alright. Love me for the night. Play me for a sucker. Shorty know that I don't mind. It's alright. Pull up at the 5.